Seems to be the quicker way right now in traffic, so the guys trying to move up are trying to get to the high side of the racetrack and utilize all the air off every car out there.
Buddy, why would that be? More RPM in the corner or what?
Yeah, and what you don't want to do is go down on the bottom and maybe bind the car up. If you're back there and you have a good line of cars in front of you, you can keep her going just as fast as you want to on the high side there.
And I think the high side is better for those that are running back in the pack. Ernie Irvan is running on the low line coming around. That's working fine for him, but as they create that draft and that air up there, then it's easier to pick up on the high side of the racetrack right now.
Ernie Irvan's the race leader. He's led all 6 laps so far. John Andretti driving for Cale Yarborough, locked right on his bumper. Jeff Burton is third. You're in the second place car of John Andretti.
You can see Ernie Irvan's car there in the lead. Just jump around just a little bit in the back. That's very normal here at Talladega. The car sometimes will move a half a lane and you never move the steering wheel.
Wally Dallenbach has come from 24th on the grid to 14th in just 6 laps. Trans Am champion. Moving on up, and here's some of the heavy traffic. That's Billy Standridge, 47.
He's in a bad spot. He's right in the middle of everybody there and has nobody to really draft off of, and he'll just go right on back until he gets in line.
He surprised everybody by being the second round fastest qualifier yesterday. Moved up into the 26th position, but now he's moving backwards.
4 wide in the corner once again. A little smoke from one car down on the bottom. That could have been just debris kicked up. He was running so low on the racetrack.
Well, I know Sterling Marlin certainly hopes so. That's the 4 car of Sterling Marlin. He usually runs very well here, but right at the moment, he's just hanging on.
Marlin started in 30th position. He's dropped about 4 spots.
34th right now being shown. That car, the Morgan McClure number 4 Kodak car, has won at least one restrictor plate race every year since 1991.
Up front, challenge for 3rd place.
That's Terry Labonte. I was just talking about him. He's trying to move into 3rd there on the high side of the racetrack, Mike.
Jeff Burton staying low on the bottom as they come through the trial. Well, that's where the start-finish line would be at Daytona. But here at Talladega, way down here toward turn 1.
Boy, it's nice to have a team car just on your back bumper there. Look at Spencer on the bottom side. He's moving up also.
Okay, what happened there? Terry Labonte got up there and he couldn't go any farther. Jeff Gordon ran up on him, had to back off. And when he and the number 36 car, Derek Cope, backed off, that gave Spencer a run down on the inside. You can't back off on these cars. If you do, then it's going to cost you some speed. It takes you a while to get that speed back up, but Labonte's going now.
It's going to cost Ernie Irvan the lead. And here comes Dallenbach in that white and green number 46, moving up on Bill Elliott. He's underneath Kenny Schrader, Skull car.
You see the 40 car there, that's Greg Sachs. He took over for Robbie Gordon in this race car, and he really runs well on a place like Talladega.
Terry Labonte will lead lap 8. First driver other than Ernie Irvan to lead this race. He's going to tow Andretti and Jeff Gordon along with him in the high crew. Derek Cope has also gotten up top there. Boy, Labonte is by himself. That won't last.
I bet he feels like Tarzan right now. You know, he's had a really tough year. He hadn't won this year. We all know he's a winner, and to be out front, that's got to help the crew, got to help him.
4 wide, back straightaway again. For more on Terry Labonte, who's the new race leader, here's Ralph.
Mike, Terry Labonte and crew have been licking their chops waiting to get to Talladega. This is the only team in the field that has finished 10th or better at every restrictor plate race this year. 2 seconds at Daytona and a 6th here at Talladega in May. But you might remember, starting in Michigan in June, they finished 35th or worse 5 times this year. So they were anxious to get here to Talladega and run up front again.
That's right, Ralph. It's the first time Labonte's led a lap since Watkins Glen, and it's the first lap of a restrictor plate race he's led this year.
Ned, you can see John Andretti on the outside. He's not getting any help from anyone. That yellow car just on the left side there is Jimmy Spencer trying to take over 4th.
And Mark Martin making some moves. He's on the outside of Greg Sachs, who's in the number 40 car today. Martin started 31st. He said the car won't run by itself, but let me get some traffic and I can go. He has gone. He's up to 15.
What a shot that was. You think they don't bump draft here? 2 cars were bumping each other down the straightaway, trying to nudge him ahead. You can pick up 100 or 200 RPMs by pushing a car down the back straightaway here.
Wally Dallenbach has gained 17 positions, Martin 16, and Morgan Shepherd has picked up 15 spots since the drop of the green flag. You wonder where everybody else went. 4 wide again down into turn 1. And they'll keep that up all day long. 11 laps complete. Terry Labonte leads pole sitter Ernie Irvan in the DieHard 500. Welcome back to Talladega. Terry Labonte, the defending Winston Cup champion, hasn't led at Daytona or Talladega all year until now. He has that number 5 in the wind. Ernie Irvan and John Andretti staying close up to them. Labonte led a bunch of cars around the outside of Irvan, who snuck in before anybody else could get past. Jeff Burton is 3rd, Jeff Gordon is 4th, Bobby Labonte, Wally Dallenbach, Dale Earnhardt, Derek Cope, and Ken Schrader are the top 10.
Those 10 cars have broken away a little bit from the next cars, which are Dale Jarrett, Bill Elliott, and Jimmy Spencer, but they're hooked up together now, so they're beginning to move in on the front 10 cars.
Here they go. They're starting to make a move down into turn 1. Here comes Ernie Irvan on the bottom side.
You think it's coincidental that 2 Fords went together to pass that Chevrolet, either of you?
Well, he's in trouble now. Terry Labonte we're talking about in the yellow and red car coming off the corner there, but he has help now.
Yeah, he has a help. That man right there behind him is Jeff Gordon, his teammate, and his brother's right back there too. Bobby Labonte in the green car is coming up right behind Jeff Gordon.
Well, all the Fords on the low side and all the Chevys and Pontiacs on the high side. I wonder how that happened.
Well, that's an interesting point.
And this is very early. That'll change as we go through the day.
Well, there are the Fords on the bottom. Irvan, Andretti, and Burton. The Chevys up in the high lane. Labonte, Gordon, Pontiac, and Bobby Labonte there.
Mike,
and Earnhardt.
Mike, you know Jeff Gordon sitting there just behind his teammate would love to lead 1 lap to get that 5 bonus points. That's very important in the points race here.
Ernie Irvan's car has that unique reminiscent paint job. Dick Berggren tells us more.
Paint job that they had here in 1987, Mike, when Davey Allison won his very first race and Robert Yates Racing won its very first race. They decided to commemorate the occasion with this very special paint job. Robert Yates, however, is doing something extra special. All the prize money Robert would ordinarily get from this event will go to the grandchildren of Bobby Allison, the children of Davey and Clifford Allison, and they're doing die-cast on this car, and all that money as well will go to the grandchildren. It's a great gesture by Robert Yates and his team, who are racing for some small kids.
That is a great grand gesture by Robert Yates. All those model car sales, everything will go to Bobby's grandkids. That's very touching.
Very, very. I'll tell you what, Ernie Irvan just showed me he has a great car, but he's running right by himself. The other Fords do not seem to be able to run with him in the corner, and right now the Chevrolets on the outside there look to have the advantage down the back straightaway.
Now, Jimmy Spencer was up with that pack, but Spencer came out of that pack quicker than a hot dog shooting out the end of a bun.
Okay, would your teammate give you 5 points here?
We'll see. There's Spencer. Jimmy Spencer is backslid to 12th. Every time the line, Spencer went one way, the draft line would go the other. Derek Cope sweeping way up high with Wally Dallenbach in the green car. Ned, can you hold your breath for another 170 laps?
I don't know if I can or not, Mike. They are really dicing it up, and that's what we always expect when we come here to Talladega.
Hey, guys, put it on hold. Just looking for a spot right at the moment. Who do you think's moved in there? None other than Dale Earnhardt, the favorite. Anybody you ask in the grandstand or even in the booth here feel that this is Earnhardt's day.
Yeah, I went in here with a strong feeling that this would be his day, and he's proving right now that he has a fast race car.
Why is that so? He's won this race 5 times. With 7 victories, he leads all drivers in wins here at Talladega. He's been in the top 3 the last 3 races in a row, and the feeling in the garage area that Earnhardt is back 100%, that the team has gelled, and everybody is looking for him in their mirror today. Terry Labonte leading his teammate Jeff Gordon, Bobby Labonte, Dale Earnhardt, and Wally Dallenbach climbs to 5th position. First 7-place cars, all Chevys and Pontiacs. They've shuffled those Fords in the bottom groove, buddy. Back to the end of the top 10.
The one thing about Talladega, we're subject to change. If you're riding with Dale Jarrett right now, I'm sure that they're getting readouts from guys everywhere, spotters around the racetrack in the pit saying, Dale, try this, try that. They'll be all over this racetrack with